In this video, we look at 5 killers who confessed to their brutal and grisly crimes on social media. Whether through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, these killers used social media to boast about and justify their actions. After fatally stabbing her long-term boyfriend, 18-year-old Nakasha James posted on Facebook to share details of her gruesome crime. In her post, she admitted to fighting with her drunken boyfriend, claiming that she stabbed him in self-defense, without any alleged hope of hurting him. She adamantly claims that she didn't intend to kill him. Her boyfriend, 21-year-old Dorian Powell, who allegedly had been attacking and punching her, was found dead at the scene with a stab wound in his chest in their shared bedroom in San Bernardino, California. According to James, the pair were no longer in a relationship when she stabbed him, though this speculation cannot be confirmed. When police arrived at the scene, James had fled, and at the scene they found a kitchen knife with the blade snapped off. James's long Facebook post, written mainly in internet shorthand, which led police to being tipped off from an anonymous source, said, "Just going to tell you now before I get caught. We were really fighting. I got the knife and stabbed him. Didn't think it would hurt him, but he died." In the same Facebook post, James also claimed to be avoiding the police, saying, "I'm on the run. Pig's looking for me." The whole post was later deleted. There's some speculation from involved parties that someone else may have posted this message on James's account in an attempt to frame her for the crime. This speculation seems somewhat misguided. The couple had allegedly been dating for around 8 or 9 months before the fatal attack, which occurred in January 2016. Powell's family deny that he was an aggressive or violent person. James's case continues after she pleaded not guilty in a preliminary trial. Upon purchasing a firearm, 21-year-old Twitter fan Zachary Penton took to social media to claim that buying a gun is so easy. A couple of months later, he posted another ominous message, claiming, "I need to move out of my place before I viciously murder my roommates." 2 days later, he did just that, shooting 41-year-old Daniel Garofalo dead. He then called 911 to report his own crime and was charged with murder. Penton shot Garofalo during an argument and had reportedly been worried about Garofalo in the days leading up to the murder. Garofalo, who was the homeowner, had allegedly been talking about black holes and alternative universes. Penton claims that his roommate confronted him and threatened to kill him, forcing Penton to fatally shoot him twice. In many previous tweets, Penton had discussed weapons, murder, and gun control. Other tweets included, "Anyone want to shoot a bit today? I need a gun. I wish I had a gun. 2 boxes of 9mm stat. Ever wanted to kill someone? Let's go kill someone. Someone sell me a gun," and many more. It seems that he was intent on acquiring and using a weapon, whatever the reason. He was also a proponent of pro-gun politics. Ironically, Penton had also been using Twitter to find a roommate and to complain about not being able to find one. He had allegedly only been living with Garofalo for 2 months before the murder took place. It's not clear how many other people lived in the home. Penton was charged with second-degree murder and continues to serve his sentence. Moments after Derek Medina shot his wife 8 times in a fatal attack in 2013, he posted a picture of her corpse on Facebook along with the caption reading "R.I.P." Derek Medina, in his early 30s, killed his wife Jennifer Alfonso, 26. The gruesome photograph, which remained on Facebook for about 5 hours before being taken down, shows Alfonso slumped in the corner of a room, her legs folded beneath her, with blood around her arm and neck. Confused friends, having seen the picture, responded with comments asking what had happened. The autopsy suggests that she was cowering when shot. Medina claims that before the crime, his wife had threatened him with a knife, and that he had suffered from years of torturous mental and physical abuse. He posted the picture of her dead body on his Facebook profile, along with another post reading, "I'm going to prison or death sentence for killing my wife. Love you guys, miss you guys, take care. Facebook people, you will see me in the news. My wife was punching me and I'm not going to stand anymore with the abuse, so I did what I did. I hope you understand me." Medina also claims that Alfonso had taken hallucinogenic bath salts shortly before the murder. According to prosecutors, friends, and family of Alfonso, it seems unlikely that he was, as he claims, acting in self-defense. They claim that she did not abuse him, and that he was actually planning to kill her because she had been threatening to leave him. It is also significant that he was much taller and heavier than she, and would perhaps not need to resort to a gun to defend himself. A home surveillance video from earlier in the day shows a physical altercation between the two, in which a flurry of what is allegedly gunpowder swirls in the air. Alfonso's 10-year-old daughter was in the house at the time of the killing, and was then left alone in the home with the body while Medina went to a police station to confess his crime. Strangely, Medina was a self-help writer, and had self-published books bizarrely titled, "World, Just Ask Yourself Why We Are Living a Life Full of Lies," and "How I, an Emotional Writer, Made All of My Professional Dreams Come True by Blocking Society's Teachings." He was convicted of the murder and sentenced to life in prison. When gun-toting Earl Valentine pitilessly killed his 15-year-old son and injured his ex-wife, he posted a live video on Facebook detailing the crime and discussing his motives. He broke into the home of his ex-wife in Norlena, North Carolina, and fired several shots, his son allegedly standing in the way of gunfire to protect his mother. After being shot, his son called the police to report the crime. These were purportedly his final words.
My mom was there against the emergency. Me and my mom had just been shot. Excuse me? Me and my mom had just been shot.
In the chilling video posted shortly after the crime, Valentine is seen driving his car during the night, pragmatically discussing the relationship between he and his ex-wife.
She lied on me, had warrants taken out on me. She drugged me all the way down to nothing. I loved my wife, but she deserved what she had coming. Pleasure knowing all y'all. I've been very sick for months. And this is something that I could not help. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it where I'm going, but if I don't, I wish all of you a good life.
After a wide and frenzied manhunt, officers found him in a hotel almost 300 miles away from the scene of the crime. While surrounded by officers, he shot himself in the head, dying immediately. Norlena Police Chief Taylor Bartholomew had previously talked to Valentine on the phone in the hours between the crime and his suicide. He described him as cold and callous, and said that he showed no sympathy or remorse. According to Bartholomew, Valentine had simply wanted to know whether or not his ex-wife had been successfully killed. Valentine also told Bartholomew that he planned to kill his in-laws before turning the gun on himself. His ex-wife had previously had a year-long restraining order taken out on Valentine, who had been arguing with his in-laws on Facebook in the weeks leading up to the crime. When Amanda Taylor's friends were scrolling through Instagram in April of 2015, they found a shocking and disturbing post. After fatally stabbing the father of her deceased husband, she posted a picture of herself and her accomplice with the caption, "Everything I did was for the right reasons. I stabbed my father-in-law to death because he destroyed my husband." She also wrote, "I wasn't the perfect wife, but this was one of the last good things I could do." When police discovered the body of Charles Taylor, it wasn't long before they were led to Amanda's alarming posts on social media. Amanda, whose late husband, Rex Taylor, had recently hanged himself, blamed Charles for the death of her husband, who she claimed had introduced him to drugs at a young age. She had allegedly discovered letters in which Rex confessed suffering from years of agonizing abuse and neglect at the hands of his callous father. Rex had struggled with substance abuse problems for years and left his shared home with his wife after she told him that she didn't want him using drugs around their 2 children. 3 days before the murder, Amanda had been released from psychiatric care, where she had undergone a short stay after a haunting and bizarre incident at the gravesite of her husband, in which friends feared she would kill herself. She had visited the grave on the day of her birthday, which she shared with Rex. Other social media posts by Amanda included the claims, "I proudly did this for Rex. I love my children, but Charlie killed my husband." And, "I'm going to find my husband in hell and finally be at peace." The latter of which was accompanied by an image of a revolver resting on her thigh. She closed one of her messages with the line, "Till we rot, Rex, till we fucking rot." In many of these posts, she seems to imply that she was willing and ready to kill herself. Both Amanda and Rex were apparently obsessed with the macabre and murderous, and were in regular contact with an incarcerated serial killer via written letters. Amanda's alleged accomplice, Sean Edward Ball, was later found with life-threatening injuries after Amanda apparently tried to murder him while they were on the run. Her motives for doing so are unknown. Amanda was charged with first-degree murder. Thanks for watching. If you have a suggestion for a video, then please leave it in the comments below and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this.